let's talk about Ja Morant for a second, shall we? Now, Ja Morant, number 12 for the Memphis Grizzlies, point guard. He was selected first round, second overall in 2019, has had his share of troubles along the way of his short career at this point. We all know last year, 2023, early, he was on Instagram brandishing firearms in a strip club. He then apologized for his actions. Well, after that, he got caught on IG again, allegedly with a toy firearm after the apology, okay? And afterwards, Adam Silver suspended him for 25 games at the start of the next season, which would have been early last year into the 2024 season. He learned his lesson, but there's something else that happened during these stints of trouble on IG, right? Ja Morant allegedly assaulted a young man on a basketball court during a pickup game, if I'm not mistaken. This young man afterwards filed a lawsuit against Ja Morant, and it's been in court ever since. And this was the other thing that was hanging over his head during the suspension, during all the IG incidents, and all the backlash that he got in between. Well, the verdict is now in on this lawsuit, and we got to talk about it because I believe Ja Morant got another assist in this case, if you know what I mean. He got a slap on the wrist. I'm putting that lightly. I want you guys and gals let me know what you think about it down in the comment section, but we're going to talk about it real quick. So without further ado, welcome to Normieville.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to a, well, we call you normies.
So as you can see here, this is from The Athletic.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Tennessee judge rules Grizzlies Ja Morant acted in self-defense.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
In altercation with teenager. Now, I'm going to read this article because it has the details of the alleged incident, okay? Of course, you see the verdict here in the title. But when you listen to what happened, like I said, you let me know down in the comment section if you think this was self-defense or not, all right? Let's dig in. Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant received a beneficial ruling this week. Yes, it was, because they was going to take his money. A beneficial ruling this week from the Shelby County Circuit Court judge overseeing the lawsuit filed against him by Joshua Holloway. The judge filed an order Tuesday that said Morant was acting in self-defense in 2022, when he punched Holloway, then 17, in the face during a pickup game at his Tennessee home.
Okay, all right, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Now, correction, because I thought this happened in 2023. This actually happened before the IG incidents. And also, there was another alleged incident where Ja Morant was, I think, coming out of a club or somewhere. He was with some of his people, his friends, and there was one of his buddies was carrying a firearm then too. So Ja Morant has had a lot of incidents throughout the last couple of years where it seemed like he was trying to do the whole street thing, the whole thug thing, while at the same time being the face of the NBA. So you see where Adam Silver and the team and some of Ja Morant's fans have a problem with that. Also, his shoes actually sold out the first day they came out. I reported about that also, but that's relevant. Holloway filed a civil suit against Morant last year, but this ruling, the judge continued, gives Morant the presumption of civil immunity in the lawsuit and shifts the burden of proof onto Holloway to show that Morant should be held civically liable. Okay. The altercation between Morant and Holloway came after several hours of pickup games at Morant's house. Holloway had been a regular at Morant's house and seemed to be there initially at the invitation of Morant's younger sister before he struck up a relationship with the Grizzlies star. Now, of course, this is establishing the relationship between Ja Morant and this man, Mr. Holloway. The court heard testimony from 9 witnesses in December to get an understanding of how and why the incident between Morant and Holloway occurred. Holloway, Morant, his father T. Morant, his sister, I'm not going to pronounce, Tanya, his friend Devontae Pack, and former NBA veteran and current agent Mike Miller were among those who testified. There's a long list of people. Yeah, The judge, Carol Chumney, then settled onto a timeline of events which she used to make her decision. The situation between Holloway and Morant began to get heated when Chumney wrote in her filing, Holloway put a basketball at Morant's feet as a way to check the ball to start the game instead of passing it to him. I've seen this before. Most of us, if you play any basketball, you understand what's going on here, right? You throw the ball to the guy, okay? He throws the ball back to you, and that's a way of, I guess, saying, okay, well, checking the ball or saying, okay, this is my defender, all right? And everybody else that sees this exchange of the ball knows, okay, everybody needs to get on their defender or whoever, and because I'm on the guy that's going to pass the ball inbounds, and let's get started, okay? Quote, Mr. Morant, the other players and spectators alike universally saw that move as disrespectful, Chumney wrote in the filing. Mr. Morant told plaintiff as much, quote unquote, that was disrespectful, and then rolled the ball back to the plaintiff. At this point, plaintiff wouldn't check the ball. He just kept sitting the ball down. Then he kicked the ball. They were kicking the ball back and forth, rolling the ball. The ball went to the fence and the other end of the court because neither would pick up the ball or pick it up. Now, as I said earlier, you're supposed to you're supposed to throw the ball at the guy and, not like shove it like you're trying to, take the wind out of him. But, you throw the ball at the guy, he throws the ball back, say check ball, boom, boom, and it started, right? But what happened here, he said, instead of checking the ball the proper way, like I explained earlier, well, what he did was he set the ball down at his feet and said, here you go. Apparently, Ja Morant didn't like that. Now, again, keep in mind, at the time, this kid is 17. Ja Morant, he's 24 now. This happened 3 years ago. So, Ja Morant's still in his early 20s. He was like, 21, 22 when this happened? And you're playing against a 17-year-old at your house. Now, Ja Morant probably had the security, I guess, mentally of knowing that all the rest of his family members were there. So, that also probably maybe hyped him up to keep this exchange going because, yeah. He was around familiar people, if you know what I mean, and that happens a lot. Here we go. The plaintiff responded by rolling the ball back to Morant, Mr. Morant. This exchange went on for a while. Eventually, though, prompted by other players' exasperation, meaning they were getting frustrated, like, let's get on with it, Mr. Morant picked up the ball and chest passed it to the plaintiff, rather than to check and see whether his team was ready. So, essentially, Ja Morant threw the ball at Holloway's chest. The plaintiff immediately returned the ball to Mr. Morant, striking Mr. Morant in the face.
Now there's going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out.
I'm sure at this point, Morant threw the ball at Holloway. Holloway took it disrespectful because Ja Morant probably put some heat on the ball when he threw it to him. And, well, Holloway threw it back at him, hit him in the face, and here's where the altercation gets started. The ball struck Morant in the mouth and sent his head back, according to Chumney's description. Plaintiff did not apologize or give any indication that striking Mr. Morant in the face was a mistake. So he threw the ball at him, and he didn't say, oh, well, I'm sorry, my bad, nothing like that. I apologize. He threw the ball at him, didn't say nothing, and to Ja Morant and to probably most people in that type of situation, well, that means you meant to throw it at me that way. And because of that, guess what? Now we got to deal with you, right? The plaintiff did not apologize or give any indication that striking Mr. Morant in the face was a mistake. Mr. Morant responded by asking the plaintiff, what you on? Meaning, what you got going, or what you do that for. Yes, this is hood slang. When somebody says what you on, that pretty much means why'd you do that? What's wrong with you? What's up? Okay? That means trying to figure out what's wrong with you at this point. The other players and spectators understood this meaning. Plaintiff did not respond verbally to Morant's question, nor did he say anything threatening, nor did he say anything threatening. Scratch that. Nor did he say any threatening words at that time. Yes, for the people that say I can't read, you're going to put that in the comment section. I know. I don't care. But plaintiff's response was nonverbal. He pulled up his shorts. Okay, there we go. This move, Chumney wrote, was taken as a sign Holloway wanted to fight, citing his testimony from 6 witnesses who described it with that intent. Morant and Holloway then stepped toward one another and ended up chest to chest before Holloway bumped Morant with his shoulder, and again squared up, ready to fight. Chumney wrote. All right, here we go. So ball goes back and forth. One guy hits this guy with the ball. He throws it at him, hits him in the face. There's some words exchange to figure out if he was, essentially did it on purpose or not. And then he pulled up his shorts. He got in some kind of stance, it looks like. And, well, fisticuffs, I guess, are about to ensue at this point. Morant took a step back. Chumney filing said, Holloway pulled up his pants again and stepped forward to Mr. Morant and took these actions to mean that the plaintiff was about to hit him. He responded with a single punch to protect himself. The plaintiff stumbled back, but then gathered himself, raised his guard, and stepped forward again. Mr. Pack then responded with a single punch. The plaintiff fell to the ground when Mr. Pack hit him, and Mr. Pack immediately began pulling Mr. Morant away. Chumney declared this response by Morant was sufficient for her to rule he acted fairly in self-defense under Tennessee state law, and the use of force was justified. Now, I have a few questions for this particular situation, right? There seem to be a lot of witnesses there that are familiar with Ja Morant, okay? His sister, his manager, one of his friends. I wonder if there were any witnesses there in Holloway's defense, all right? Because the way this is described, yes, it would seem as if Mr. Holloway started all this. But then again, you took a simple, basketball move disrespectfully by saying, okay, instead of putting the ball on the ground, instead of, tossing me the ball a certain kind of way, you felt that disrespect. So to be honest with you, if we look at it for face value by the testimony, yeah, you could say that Ja Morant did this in self-defense, that there was some type of scuffle, right? But then what about Mr. Pack hitting him? Mr. Pack didn't have anything to do with this. So Mr. Pack jumped in pretty much and laid Holloway down, and then Morant was about to get on him, and then Pack pushed him back. So essentially, it looks like kind of got jumped too, right? In a vague sort of way. So, I mean, do I think this is self-defense? I think there's more to the story, but this is Ja Morant, an NBA superstar. He has all the witnesses in his corner and the money. This happened at his house. So it's he say, she say, and Ja Morant won. So to the Ja Morant fans out there, he won. Do I think it's self-defense personally? I would need more testimony myself, okay? And there's probably no cameras in Ja Morant's house. So again, this is, his word versus my word, and Ja Morant won, all right? So it is what it is. Now Ja Morant can put it behind him, and I guess Mr. Holloway can too. And Ja Morant can go on and continue to be the NBA superstar that he is, all right? So with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Normiville. You know me, I'm just a normie here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about this lawsuit and its conclusion down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And also join the channel for just $5 a month. I will start doing members only live streams and members only videos. All right. The link should be down in the comment section, or if you go to my page, you should be able to hit the membership button and join there. All right. And I'll see you on the next video.